It's 4:44, which means it's time for traffic and weather together with forewarned meteorologist Daniel McFarland. Another cold start to the day, but luckily we just have to make it to the afternoon and it's much nicer.
Yeah, the afternoon yesterday was really great, wasn't it?
It was really nice.
Yeah, it's going to be more of the same for today, Destiny. And starting off the day, it's not as bad with those temperatures. This time yesterday, we were already seeing spots that were down near 33, 34 degrees, upper 30s, even lower 40s for most of us out there. Some of the warmer spots are Oro Valley sitting at 41 degrees. You have the airport there at 40, and if you look over at Sabino Canyon, which tends to be the coolest, they're only sitting at 35 right now. And you're seeing some other changes if you look over at Cochise County. Really the upper 20s, lower 30s for most of them in Sierra Vista at 41. This time yesterday, Sierra Vista was sitting at 27 degrees. And the highs today are going to be about the same as yesterday, so still expecting in between 62 and about 64, no matter where you are across the Tucson area. Going further down towards Nogales, 62 for you right there. Wilcox, Tombstone, Benson, all also in the lower 60s for those highs. So just a fantastic afternoon, plenty of sunshine, but one thing we might see over there could be some winds in Cochise County, at least for Tucson. That's likely going to be holding off until tomorrow. When it comes to the lows for overnight tonight, those are also going to be dropping back down to about the mid 30s. So not really a ton of changes here either with those lows. A handful of areas might get down to the freezing point around Tucson. But outside of that, you're looking at 24 for Wilcox, about 34 for Bisbee, 28 for Douglas. Remember yesterday they did get down into the teens, and they're looking much better here now that we're starting to warm back up. Something else of note is that we do have a wind advisory that will be taking effect tomorrow. It's going to be for just about everyone in southern Arizona. You might be seeing some of these blank spots around here, and that's just going to be mountaintops. They typically don't get wind advisories because wind advisories are issued for where a lot of people live, and you can see it's going to be just about everywhere in southern Arizona. But at least for today, as I mentioned, not really too much for Tucson. Could see some wind gusts between 15 and 20 miles per hour. If anyone sees stronger winds today, I still think it's going to be southern Cochise County, maybe even as high as 40. But the day to watch out for is going to be Wednesday, mostly during the afternoon. That's going to be when we can expect wind gusts as high as 45, even 50 miles per hour closer towards the border with Mexico. And if you're in Tucson, I think between about 35 and 45 is going to be what you're expecting at that time. Then once we're done with all of that wind, we're going to be tracking a front that'll be passing us by. Keep an eye on the time up here. This is going to be for Wednesday, and you're going to see this nice line moving through, maybe a couple weaker thunderstorms developing around 8 or 9 o'clock. But the bigger thing to watch out for is going to be some snow potential there in between about 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. is going to be our main time frame right there. And as of right now, it looks to mostly be a mix of snow and rain for Tucson. If we have any snow at all, it looks like it's only going to be about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 inch at most, and it's going to be melting almost as soon as that sun comes up because we're really going to see wet conditions and temperatures sitting around 32. That's not really a good recipe for nice, clean snow to fall in the city, but you can easily see that in the mountains. And then we should be warming up pretty quickly after that, up to about 71 and 74 for your weekend. That was weather. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at traffic before you get on outside today. And things are still good across the area here. No reports of any major wrecks in the city of Tucson. If you're jumping on the interstate and going up towards the north towards Phoenix, you're not seeing any slowdowns to get out of town.